Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 9th episode of the 4th season of High School DxD. So, in the last episode, we were obviously getting more and more prepared for the rating game, which I think should be coming up right this episode probably. And Issei kind of putting his foot in his mouth a lot in general, just things are not going well between him and Rias right now, to say the least. Pretty much everyone acknowledged that that situation was his fault, and he would just make it worse if he tried to fix it, so I'm not sure where he goes from here if he's too stupid to actually fix the problem. Maybe he has an epiphany, maybe someone helps out, I don't know. But hopefully things can be at least a little bit mended before the rating game, otherwise things will be a bit difficult. So yeah, let's see how this goes. 3, 2, 1, play. No kidding. Like, you making your feelings clear to Rias? What do you think the other one is? I will protect your tomorrow. You know, initially I misread that as I will protect you tomorrow. As in, nah, I know you're in danger right now, but nah, I'll protect you tomorrow. It'll be fine. It's amazing how much the meaning can change with that slight difference. By the way, I added a compressor filter, whatever you call it, to my OBS, to my mic settings on OBS. I don't know if that'll actually do anything without me actually specifically messing with the settings on it, but hopefully that helps a little bit. Because I just hate how much the audio just spikes up when I, like, loudly laugh at something. So I'm kind of hoping it fixes that. Anyway, my point is if there's a difference in the audio quality, that's probably it. But at least Issei is thinking about what the problem is. That's good progress. And apparently he has it narrowed down to 2 things, so 50-50 chance, right? You kind of missed that bro fist, but it was cool nonetheless. Yeah. Hug her close so she can't run away when you're being an idiot. uh... No, it's kind of because you're special. I love how he's just... There you go. After all this thinking about something very obvious. I mean, I don't know how much more obvious you make it that you like someone. I mean, when you try to have sex with them, you think that would be about as obvious as you can get. But I guess that's just too subtle for some people. Or tits. uh, well, she's nothing. She's anything but a normal girl. You probably should have said that before instead of what you actually said. I don't know. Maybe if she starts blowing you, you'll be more obvious. I don't know. It'd probably still be too vague for him. Not nice. He's drop. I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, you were kind of talking out loud. Yeah. Uh... Oh, good God, Koneko, I love you. Yeah, let's try to understand each other, like, right now, and make some progress on that front. You know, he has the best friends, I'm just gonna say it right now. Where do I find friends like this? Please let me know in the comment section. Yes. I think I have a scratch here and there, I could probably use some healing as well. Man, I thought the lab setting before was great. I'm definitely gonna be rewatching this one uncensored later. He was in such deep thought earlier, I'm sure that's kind of went all out the window. Probably the lewdest heartfelt scene I've seen in a while. Akano, if you're talking, it means you're not sucking. Oh, right, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I remember her. That was very traumatic. His first girlfriend turned out to be something like that. I can understand why he is afraid to get close to girls after that, and why he would be less trusting of somebody that supposedly loves him. Man, this thing's actually giving me chills. Uh, 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 I don't think that will happen with these characters. You spend a lot more time with them. It would be quite the plot twist if that did end up happening again with someone like Ashia. That would never happen, but if it did, that would be a deep-rooted trauma that would never leave. But Ashia's a good girl, so, you know. I don't know, she got pretty close last episode. I wouldn't mind getting a better view of Koneko in this shot. Yeah, you have everyone here supporting you, so... I envy this man so much. Yeah. As a fallen angel. Yeah, Kawis is what he's really lacking. Yeah, I bet he wishes to come closer to you guys as well. Get a deeper understanding of all of you. Of course, mostly the girls, though. It's not necessarily true, but yes, you should trust your friends. Especially when they're your harem. Like, those are the most trustworthy ones. There's enough room to go around. And Zenobia wants it on this section. Like, what am I missing? What am I missing out on? Yep, just one fell swoop, it's all off. Just like a hentai. uh, okay, as long as you're resolved for that. And hers just, I guess, disappears. I feel this is the problem, Issei. I mean, he can impregnate you all. There's no need to fight. First come, first serve is definitely a very apt way to put it. I just understand they look wonderful without clothes on. Oh my god. That... Koneko. Uh, that was a shot. Yeah, the reason why I don't react to the uncensored version is because I don't want to have to censor myself for YouTube. And off... well, not completely off, but off enough to need to be censored. Ooh, pretty. Not as pretty as that last name we got, don't get me wrong, but pretty cool nonetheless. If so, it's a lot of pressure. You don't look very excited for a guy who just had an amazing scene not that long ago. I don't know how much time has passed between those two scenes, though. I'd be happy for like a week after that. But yeah, that one scene was actually a lot of character development for Issei, so that was pretty good. And people think that Claud and fanservice are mutually exclusive. No, that scene had plenty of both. Of course, High School DxD has always been good at blending those two anyway. What are we looking at? Oh. Oh, geez, what are we looking at? The King of Bones? Lord of Bones? At least it looked like skeleton hands. Yes. I thought Overlord Season 3 was next season. Crows. I already made the Game of Thrones reference and it just made it more apt. That's good to know. Nice meeting you. Man, Issei gets to meet so many interesting people in his new life. I mean, does he have to be here? Just do your best. I think Issei's the one that's lucky that you have wonderful members. That is important as well. Don't sell yourself short. Issei has a lot of confidence in you. uh, yeah, Issei wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you, so... There are definitely some irreplaceable treasures there. Like grammar. hair so much. uh, in other words, he wants to return the blow in the fist. Oh, I'll take good care of her. Don't you Deso on me. And please button up your shirt. Cool. Ooh, fans. I'm sure he would have some interesting fans. Okay. Of course it's kids. They're the ones that like it the most. That's really cute. Man. Issei is the best role model. Who cares about that? It's the kids that are important. Yes, I will be the Opie dragon that fights for their dreams. Yes. Yes, Issei. You have that title with pride. Man, it's such a cool place. Yeah, just hold hands, it'll be fine. Or just picture them in their underwear, whatever works for you. Ooh, sounds great. Special poop dragon seating. I love this show sometimes. Don't go on without me, guys. But yeah, doesn't seem like Reyes will hold that much of a grudge against Issei, so maybe I overblew that a bit. Man, that Valkyrie outfit. Irina, I see you. Man, those shoulder pads could hurt someone. Going through doors must be a nightmare. That's a character design. Does he have a nickname? Azazel, okay. Cool. I think they already mentioned he'd be involved though. I took me a second to remember that. There are a lot of characters in this show that I don't remember that well. I really can't tell that's if half the time of characters we actually know or not. Of course, I can never forget Azazel. Very fancy font. No kidding. Okay. That makes sense. 9 points for the queen. Yeah. Yes, I understand. Oh yeah, they use all the pawn pieces on him. That hipster hair bugs me so much. I feel like he probably lives in San Francisco. 12 points. And Rias, oh. Well, that's enough for Issei. One. So make good use of it. That could be the difference between winning and losing. Okay. The rating game has been teased since like the beginning of the series, the season. It's finally about to begin. I kind of wish some audience members would have like opie signs, like just a picture of one or two. Oh. Okay, so now we have a choice to make. So who do we send? But it just started. Okay, Kiba's up first. Cool. I mean, I don't care that much about Kiba because this is an ecchi harem anime and he's just kind of a dude, but he's pretty cool taking that into consideration. I just noticed a similar hair between the two of them. I bet they get along well. Even the horse has armor. What's that about? He clearly bought the horse armor DLC. You know, any second now. Unless they're gonna end the episode on this, which would kind of suck, but I feel like they are. It's gonna end. It ended. I was, you know, part of me thought it would end this way, with the rating game just having begun and the episode ending. But I was still hoping we could get at least a little bit of it. But oh well, we spent a lot of time on Issei character development and lewdness, so that's fine. Man, it must be cold out there, considering the state of those bikinis. And yet they are wearing bikinis, which is just interesting. I guess it's just probably the cold water splashing on them, so I guess that makes sense. Makes sense. This really is a feel-good ED. I do quite like it. Nothing will beat High School DxD's original ED, but still. Still. They're all pretty good. So that was the 9th episode of High School DxD Hero. And this episode, almost half of the episode, the first half, was dedicated to Issei trying to figure out what the deal with Rias, the president as he calls her, what the situation there is. And he was pretty much having a lot of internal thought about that. Well, apparently he was speaking out loud because I think some people overheard that. But pretty much trying to decide why she was angry at him. He's a very slow person, so he was like, this very obvious thing is just taking his time to, you know, slowly but surely deduce it. And he did bring up the possibility of her being in love with him, but he's like, nah, that can't be the case. You know, despite the fact that she's made that blatantly obvious between the kissing and the attempted sex. You'd think he would get the idea eventually, I mean, with some harem anime, I can sort of maybe a little bit understand the protagonist not getting that the girls like him, but Rias, I think she makes it fairly obvious, like much like all the girls do. When a girl says to you that she wants you to impregnate her, that's kind of it should give you a hint that she wants to be a bit more than friends. But you know, maybe I'm just a little too much of a wishful thinker. Maybe that's a code word that women use or something. I don't know. We have established that women are complicated creatures. However, all that made more sense when the girl showed up and they started talking to him, and we really dived into his psyche about exactly what his hangup is here. And it makes sense. His very first girlfriend turned out to be a fallen angel that wanted to kill him. Like, she didn't like him at all. It was all just an act. He was betrayed. The first girl that ever expressed any desire for him. And now that he has a girl that's, supposedly loves him, he can't really accept that anywhere near as easily because he's been injured before. It's that whole once bitten, twice shy thing, And he met Rias, he became involved with Rias, like, right after that. So those two things are probably somewhat melded together in his head. That whole issue and then, being together with Rias. Like, those two things happen on the same time, so it'd be no surprising if every time he thinks about Rias getting close to him, he kind of flashes back to that whole situation. Of course, at the same time, if that didn't happen to him, he would never have met to really become part of Rias' family and gotten his harem, become the harem king of the Oppai dragon. None of that would have happened. So if you think about it, really, that was like the best thing that ever happened to him. But even if you try to look at it objectively like that, it still was a very painful experience. And yeah, it really is just trauma that he has to get past. And pretty much all the girls were helping him deal with that, while naked and getting all close and rubbing up on him. And that's the best way to deal with any trauma. I'm not gonna criticize them on that. They were good job on that one. And yeah, many tears later, I think we definitely made some progress there. I think after the rating game's over, Issei will properly tell Rias his feelings, and yeah, they'll get married, and he'll have all the other girls as his concubines, pretty much, and he'll be the Oppai dragon, the Red Dragon Emperor, the harem king. He'll have all the titles. He'll be #1. He'll be the best, pretty much, And that's kind of how the series will pretty much end, I guess. I mean, I don't know how much longer the series is going on for. We're already at season 4. I don't know how many more seasons we're gonna get. I don't know how much further ahead the light novel is, but yeah, that's kind of how I envision things going. The second half, we pretty much entered the arena for the rating game, and the guy was explaining the rules and stuff about the dice and all that. I'll admit, I don't think I fully understood what they were doing with the dice. I don't know, like, I'll have to probably rewatch that part. I mean, I'm gonna rewatch the episode anyway, uncensored, because that one scene definitely warranted it. So I'll try to pay more attention to that part to make sure I completely got it. I mean, I got the gist of it. You roll the dice, you get a certain amount of points that that determines what you can summon. But I feel like there might be some details there that I kind of missed. I kind of went over my head, so I'll definitely pay more attention to that. In any case, next episode we will finally actually begin the rating game itself, and we'll see how it goes. Kiba's up first, and Kiba's pretty good, so I expect some good results from him. So. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, the Dragon of Oshu, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.